Hi everybody, this is I guess day 11 or so, something like that, but really last night I was working on brought all the boards back out of the game. I needed to Mecha Enclave informed me that I had actually installed the ribbon cable backwards, so I desoldered the ribbon cable from the ROM board there and put it in the right direction. I also finished my test harness to include a volume pot here. I kind of just rigged this up a little bit so you can see that, and then also wired up the speaker. The sound lines interconnect between the ROM board and the soundboard, and then also obviously power as well. And so everything's connected, and it's going to be a little bit anticlimactic, I guess, because the sound thing is fixed. So let's power it on. I haven't done anything. This is definitely the original soundboard. As you can see, I still have that capacitor there. It's a 0.01 microfarad, or I think it's a 103 if you go by the numbers. I don't have any of those. I had to order some. I'm sure a different size would be fine, but anyway, I wanted to get the correct one, so power it on. We get our normal test screen. Alright, there we go. Let me come over here, service switch. I have to use my test, you can't really see that there, but using my test button right there on this JAMA test kit that I got from High Score Saves, which was made by Vector Labs. And then my test switch is wired to be auto or manual, and then the service is the advance. Whoops. Advance, 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 advance. Okay. And so now we have sound 1. It's a little, I don't know why it's blurry. And then we just move my switch. And there's sound 5. I don't know why is that not focusing? So anyway, I know you can't really read it, but there's 2, 3, 4, 5. So now all of a sudden it's working. And it's kind of annoying. Now the soundboard's fully working, so that's kind of strange. I don't know. The only thing I did is because I had the Robotron ROM in there, is I took the Robotron ROM out, put the Joust sound ROM back in. So that's really the only thing I did. Other than that, the only other difference is the interconnect cable, but we did do a continuity test on all the sound lines, and it looked like it was working, but maybe I have something still wired wrong or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird, right? So we're going to put it back in the game and see if the only other thing it could be is the harness, potentially, if it doesn't work in the game when I put it back in. And I only reseated the sound ROM, which is kind of weird. I will say that the socket doesn't look great to me. But it'd be weird that the sound ROM would cause just line 5 to fail. So I don't know. All right, be back in a bit. At least I have this is a darn mess, this test harness, huh? I don't know. Probably could have made longer cables and try to dress them out of the way, but it works. It's good enough, I guess. All right. Okay, so I have everything, all the boards back in, and we'll power it up. I've already did this one, so I know what's going to happen. Get this set up here. Reflection of the Neo Geo there. Okay, all systems go. We'll go into test mode. There's sound line 2, 3, 4. Nothing on 5. Yep, nothing on 5, which is weird, right? So, this is kind of crazy. So, you know, you would think that the harness is good because I tested it with the Robotron soundboard and I had sound number 5. So you would think that the harness was good, but really the only difference between this setup and my bench setup where sound 5 was working was the harness. So I am definitely perplexed. I don't know what's going on. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, it's plugged in right. So I'm gonna have to, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna verify connectivity again, I guess, just to make sure. So, but you know, the soundboard works when I'm on the bench setup. Obviously the voltage being supplied is different. On the bench I'm supplying direct -5 and direct +12, whereas here it could be getting rectified on the board. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look at that. So anyway, I don't get it. Alright, looks like I fixed it. There's sound 5 right there. And it was, I just did another continuity check on each pin, you know, pin basically 2 to pin 2, pin 3, etc. And basically, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah, this is a 9-pin connector, so 8 must be 7, right? Yeah, pin 7, right there. Right there on this side was good, but on the soundboard, right there it was bad. It's an insulation displacement connector. I just pushed it in there. I don't have any more 9-pin Molexes, so I am going to, but I'm going to repin that because I'm sure it's going to give me problems later on. You can't really see that with the shadow, but anyway, that connector right there, there was it must have just pulled out. I just happened to, when I put the Robotron board in there, it must have been making contact, and then I put my board back in, and it wasn't making contact. So that was the issue. Got sound number 5. All good. There we go.